Though I guess maybe he's left a hint for me here on this notepad. Cool. A lamp without a bulb. That's incredible. What the hell is this? Video screen?
You have 3 messages.
Cool. There appear to be 4 buttons though. Oh, but the 4th one doesn't do anything. Oh, that is... Oh no. Why?
Mr. Blackwood, this is Mark Johnson from Interactive News Network. I'm just calling to see if you'd like a chance to tell your side of the story. Give me a call at Sector 10, 569-82227, and we'll talk about setting up an exclusive interview. I hope to hear from you soon.
It is him as well. But that is... Oh no, why? Why did anyone think this was the future of technology? Oh, that's nasty. Hey, it's her again.
Hey, Gage, how you doing? Listen, I was... Oh, shoot, it's your day off. You're probably in Tahiti, as usual. Well, anyway, I was wondering if I could borrow your environ system. The record button's busted on mine, and I haven't had a chance to get it fixed. And hey, you do me this one favor. I might be willing to forget all our bets. Remember? Grab ball last week? Thought you'd get away with it, huh? Not this time, pal. I beat you fair and square. So call me. I'm at home. Thanks. Bye.
Jeez, okay. The acting is just as intense as Pegasus Prime. But I guess perhaps this was done before? I'm not actually sure whether they made Pegasus Prime after this one. I guess they must have.
Gage, it's me. Wake up and answer the phone. Hello. I know you're there. Where else could you be? Well, anyway, you owe me, pal. I got your jumpsuit. I just pray they don't realize their key evidence is missing before you figured out what's going on, or we'll both be in neck deep. I mean, it wouldn't take a genius to figure out that I was the only one who could have taken it. But hey, they wouldn't fire me, would they? I'm their chief technician. Who else do they have to get their net games running? I'll send you the suit as soon as I put in an Opmin biochip. If you get a chance, you'll want to modify it to automatically record evidence. And if you need anything else, please, hesitate to call me. Oh, and Gage, do me a favor. Erase your messages for a change. Thanks. Good luck, buddy.
Okay, that's good to know. The chief technician is helping us. Can I delete my messages? No? Okay. Excuse you. The music definitely feels a bit loud now, so I'll see if I can do something about that. Anything interesting here? Oh goodness. Okay, I can scroll down like that. Alright, story time. Personal mission log. Transcription. Gage Blackwood. ID 242232448. The 28th of July, 2329. 16:26 p.m. Because this is a military organization. They would use military time, damn it. For the past few jumps, I've been experiencing a vague, dizzy sort of feeling when I time travel. It's almost like something hovering just beyond the reach of my consciousness. Like a word on the tip of my tongue. And then the feeling goes away as soon as I get to where I'm going. I've never heard of anyone experiencing this before, so I'm afraid that I might be developing some new kind of time travel disease, or maybe a sensitivity to it. Not that I'm surprised. No one's ever proven that time travel is entirely safe. We're the guinea pigs. Well, whatever it is, I can only hope that it doesn't get any worse. If it does, I'll have to let Cowman know. I think that there were 3 pieces of paper, weren't there? Yes, here we are. Personal mission log transcription. Gage Blackwood. ID 242232448. The 15th of August, 2329. 9:47 AM. I don't understand it. The coordinates of the station were supposed to be accurate to within a millimeter, but somehow I just ended up floating in space, where the station had been about an hour earlier. Unless the location and velocity data were wrong, I don't know how it could have been so badly miscalculated. They said they took everything into account, down to the most negligible effects on its velocity by any bodies within 1,000 light-years of it. I could see the station drifting out there, but I couldn't get to it. The suit doesn't have any kind of thrusters. TSA protocol says to scrap a mission if something unpredictable happens, but this is obviously just an error in calculation. I think I'm going to go ahead and try to find a way to get to the station, but if I go into the TSA looking for a thruster, someone might wonder what's up, so it looks like I'll have to get creative. The 15th of August 2029, 11:14 AM. I came up with a pretty cheesy idea for propelling myself to the space station. I still can't believe it actually worked. Not that it matters. Even after getting in, I kept running into barriers. No oxygen, no gravity, jammed doors, and here's the kicker, I heard a voice. There shouldn't have been anyone there. Whoever it was saw me and told me to get off the station. Actually, I'm not sure he saw me so much as it detected my presence. But still, I had no choice. I had to abort. It's a miracle I didn't cause a ripple. Maybe because whoever it was died up there before coming into contact with another human being. But I can't help but think, what if it was Farnstein? Did he live longer than we believe? The station was obliterated. How could he have survived? Or could the stories be true? Might it have been an artificial life form that he created? I can't escape the irony. I went there to learn the truth, but the truth is what forced me away. Maybe this is a sign that some things are meant to remain unknown. Dr. Farnstein, huh? Dr. Farnstein. It looks like he's making some sort of AI. One more page? Yep, one more page. Personal mission log transcription. Gage Blackwood. ID 2422324448. Mark 215. The 1st of September 2329. 14:33 PM. I don't know about my luck these days. It happened again. When I got to Gaylard, there was someone standing right in front of me, looking out over the lower tower wall. He spun around the second he heard the displacement effect. There wasn't a thing I could do, but before he could even draw his sword, an arrow came over the wall and hit him in the back. Lucky for me, I guess. He would have killed me. Can you imagine the distortion that would have caused? It should have created a huge one as it was. I guess we're just damn lucky, and the arrow would have hit him anyway. I don't get it. The jump locations are supposed to be scanned with a fine-toothed comb. How could they have not noticed? I'd like to hear their explanation for this one. And then I go to watch Philip Augustus's men climbing up through the garderobe, and when I get there, all I see is the grappling hook they left behind. The whole reason I was sent there was to document how the castle fell, and they got me there too late for it. I know it's difficult to distill accurate information from historical accounts, but this is twice in as many missions. I guess I'm going to have a little talk with the guys in research before I end up materializing in the middle of a Shriners convention. The 6th of September, 2329, 2:15 in the afternoon. On my last jump, the strange feeling that I've been experiencing during time travel became a little more tangible. I became aware of a faint, almost imperceptible ghost image of my jumpsuit floating slightly out of phase with myself. I'm assuming it's a glitch in the suit's circuitry. The time phase synchronizer is probably malfunctioning. That should worry me, but I'm actually relieved. At least now I know there's nothing wrong with me. I'm going to have Bill run a diagnostic on my suit tomorrow. Alright, that's all that. Interesting documentation, but what does it mean? Let's have a look. Ooh. Well, they know I'm here now. I'm sure they would have logged that access attempt. Oh, solo. Is that the guitar solo in Diablo? Oops, nope, that's not forward. The guy just gets carried away with his keyboard. Nice painting. Pity I'm standing so close to it I can't see it. What the frack is this? Neat. Whoa. Alright. It's third rock from the sun in here. Oh, it just keep, okay, it just keeps going. Oh, stop, abort. Ooh, hello. Dirty magazines. Gage, you rascal. Ooh, what's this? The Journeyman Project action figure by Bandai. Was that actually a thing? I mean, it has that is the actual Bandai logo. I'm gonna have to look that up now if that's actually a thing or not. What do we have here? And upstairs. Or not? I see. That's the door. Fair enough. Well, this is a nice apartment, but I believe it is time for us to attempt to supposedly prove our innocence, lest the very fabric of time be compromised once again. I believe Control S will save. Yes, yes it will. Data. File name. Well, I guess... One... Raven... You know, I mean, including my name's probably redundant. No one else is going to play this game. On my computer, I mean. There. just in case you need to pause. I mean, I assume the game's already paused on this. Ah, whatever. Alright. Jump. So, let me get some pages ready. So, we have Citizen Itza. Shaishan Itza. In... What is that? That's Aztec? Or is it the, Mayan? It might be Mayan, actually. And that is the 16th of the 9th, 1050. They're all AD dates, so I won't bother writing down AD. Chateau... Gaylord. And that is the 6th of April. 1204. Next down we have the... Oh wow, the actual Da Vinci Studio. Studio. And that is the 2nd of June, 1488. And finally, the Feinstein Lab, the way he materialized in space. And that is the 21st of January, 2247. So we have a lot of past ones and one future one. Or, well, I mean, our future, not their future. I assume that the Pegasus can't jump forward. That would just be a whole new headache. Alright. Well, judging by what we read in those documents, going to the castle or going to the space station will probably result in us being, like, stuck in space. Ooh, there's... Yes, I was going to do that. You didn't have to beat me. Rude. Wow, I thought there'd be a similar AI companion that would be reading out in the same way that Pegasus... So Pegasus must have come after this game. Must have. Citizen, it's sometime around 1000 AD, the ancient Mayan civilization of the Yucatan Peninsula began to die out for reasons yet unknown. Also around this time, the Mayan capital of Citizen Itza plays host to the newcomers in the form of the Toltecs, a culture closely related to the Aztecs. No one knows for sure whether the Toltecs invaded the Mayans at Citizen Itza, or if migrating survivors of their own dying culture were simply allowed to settle there. Your mission is to observe the resident culture and gather information that will lead to a definitive answer in this question. Warning, there will be a human presence in this environment. Gather footage from a safe distance and avoid being seen. Your destination coordinates have been scanned and cleared. Okay, so... Blah blah blah. They began to die out. I made making notes in my journal. It wasn't really necessary for Pegasus, but it's best to be safe than sorry. Blah blah blah. Host, so Toltecs. Lions, host to Toltecs. Blah blah. That's fine, I'm happy with all that. Chateau Gaillard. Throughout his reign as King of England, Richard I battled with Philip Augustus to maintain Angevin rule over territories in northern France. To oversee and defend many of these territories, Richard the Lionheart quickly erected Chateau Gaillard in the Les Andelys mountains of Normandy. For years, Philip sought to restore the state of his empire. After Richard's death, he got his chance. Having been financially crippled by Richard's exploits, England could do little to hold him off. Territory after territory was retaken by Philip. Though it was thought to be impregnable, Chateau Gaillard capitulated to the French on the 6th of March 1204 after a brief 6-month siege. A brief 6-month siege. Okay. A failed relief effort by King John is thought to have played a role in the fall of the castle. However, exactly why it succumbed so quickly is still a matter of some controversy. You are to travel to Chateau Gaillard to witness the final day of the siege and to document how Philip's troops gained entry into the castle. Warning, there will be a human presence environment, same deal. Okay. So... I know the castle gets taken. And Gage did say that the changes being made here were just ripples, not tears. I'm not quite sure what to write down for that one.
It's me. Wake up and answer the phone.
The Da Vinci Studio. Historical records allow us to trace the entire life of Leonardo da Vinci, with the exception of the years between 1482 and 1489. All that is known about this period of his life is that he was working as the military architect and engineer of Duke Ludovico Sforza of Milan, as this was during the war against the Venetian Republic. It is assumed that he built many new types of military devices, but few plans for such have ever been recovered. You have to travel to a secret workshop to document these unknown projects. As you'll be arriving in the middle of the night, the studio will be vacant. Your destination coordinates have been scanned and cleared. I bet it's not vacant.
Gage, do me a favor. Erase your messages for a change.
Farnstein Lab.
Thanks.
In the year 2282, a salvage vessel cruising Saturn for derelict ice mining platforms discovered the research station Amarax, which had served as the secret workshop and last known residence of master artist Kenneth Farnstein. The Amarax had been badly damaged in an asteroid shower, with entire wings torn from its tattered hull. Upon inspecting what remained of the station, the salvage crew found 4 unique, interactive sculptures made of polymorphing neural matter, and an advanced neurocomputer which became the direct forebear of modern technology. The software that drove the computer, however, had perished decades earlier when the crippled past station's power reserves ran dry. Farnstein was an enigmatic figure, part artist, part computer scientist. His far-fetched claims that the art he sold was the work of an artificial being of his own making were, for many years, considered the ravings of a lunatic. But with the discovery of the Amarax, this belief has come under serious scrutiny. Your mission is to explore the damaged space station just after the accident while it still has power in its reserves. Try to determine the truth behind Farnstein's work. Comb the station for any signs of an artificial intelligence or anything else which may have gone unreported by the salvage crew, starting with the station's neurocomputer. As Farnstein is believed to have perished in the asteroid shower, the station should be vacant. Your destination coordinates have been scanned and cleared. Alright, so that one's clear. Find neurocomputer / AI. Da Vinci log schematics. And Chateau Gaillard. Log How Castle. Well, not that I'm looking to do Future Me's job, but, you know. The question is Is this game going to follow the same logic as Pegasus Prime, whereby I should start with the most recent one and go back, or is it going to be more open where I can go back and forth? Let's go back to... it's hard. It's a hard choice. All right, let's start at the beginning. Let's go to Citizen Itza. Whoa. Funky. Let's go ahead and select the evidence biochip. Ah, okay, so this allows me to select things to log as evidence. Which I guess means that if there's ever anything I find that is, you know, worth logging, I can do it like that. Wonder how I'll know. I guess the beeping is just to pull my attention to the top there. Nice little environment. I guess the intention is to go inside this place. Well, so far so good. We haven't bumped into it. Oh yeah, we can look up and down, can't we? Keep forgetting that. Alright, so far so good. It looks like we already have a puzzle. Oop, what's this? A ceramic bowl. Ceramic bowl. There is a blue substance inside this boldly painted ceramic tripod bowl. I'm taking that back to my apartment. Oh yeah. Hehehe. Temporal ripple. What do we have here then? Some manner of devious puzzle. Okay, so we can rotate this. And we can rotate this. So I guess this is a safe combination of some form. Let's have a look at these symbols. Well, this is a sequence that I could enter. It's an awful lot of, it's an awful lot of symbols. Still, we'll give it a shot. Dot line... Oh, I can barely make that out. Looks like some sort of cluster of 3 things. Kind of like the TSA logo, but upside down. 2 dots with a double line. And a whole bunch of circly things. A single dot. With an X. 4 dots. With a star, which has 4 dots around it. A little dot with 2 lines, and an unhappy face with a goatee. What's next? 2 dots, 1 line. Looks like we've got a couple of weird twiggy things. I feel like I'm counting symbols in Riven again. With this one we've got a weird triangular thing going on. Close enough. Then 3 dots with another weird triangular thing, but the other way up. With some sort of thing at the top. And last but not least, 1, 2, 3, 4 dots and a line. What the what is that? Is that a cartoon dog's face? Looks like a cartoon dog's face. You can see that there's the two eyes, got a little nose. Look at it, it's got two eyes, a mouth, a little nose.